Hello to my Virgos. Okay, so this is the second part of your reading, Virgos. In your first part of your reading, where your number was 23. Source wanted to remind you that as much as you may have said family over everything, or choosing to hang in there when other people have said, okay, I'm now understand why certain people don't want to deal with certain people, you know, and your family. It's starting to become crystal clear to you that after careful consideration, after you analyzed everything, it's like now it makes sense. Now I couldn't see that this person was battling with all of the demons they were battling. They were just a host for everything. Like, just feel like, okay, I guess this is my life. It's literally like in a sense it's really sad, because in a sense it's almost like the person just said, F it, just forget it. Just forget it. Like, life has just tossed them all kinds of hell, and they just said, hey, I can take it. I can take it. I can take it. I can take it. So in that sense, it's really sad. But that's why you have to go to your higher self and pray. I mean, really talk to source and say, okay, God, I can't save them, but you can, right? And so your wish is that they will cry out to source and ask God for help. God, please help them. Please, please, please. I can't help them. I know I'm not you, God, Most High God. I know I'm not you, so please help them. So, all right, let's see what else we got going on here. The Hermit card, this is your card. We got the Page of Pentacles. So somebody is in receiving mode now and like really paying attention. Like really, really, God really has your attention now, right? Mercury is retrograde, which is yours and Gemini's ruling planet. And so somebody has gone back into their hermit shell, crab shell, and just like receiving a lot of downloads, a lot of messages right now. Here we have Page of Pentacles. Incoming information, right? About how you circulate your wealth of time. And so somebody has decided, hey, here's the Five of Wands here. I'm tired of the bait and switch. I'm tired of the bait and switch. I can do this, because now it's becoming evident that there's some energies that's been really playing on your what they perceive as a weakness. But boy, oh boy, they had no idea that once you start really operating in purpose and God started explaining and showing you everything, they didn't plan for that. They didn't plan for you to get on your King of Swords, to get on your throne, adjust your crown. You're not saying anything negative about them, no, nothing. It's just like, wow, why didn't I see this before? Because you had to go to a higher frequency to get some fresh air. That air was up there too thin. You weren't up there talking negatively about anybody, and you start changing your whole mindset. You start speaking things into existence that's coming to you, and you're like, okay, wait a minute, hold on, why didn't I see that? I thought I had physically analyzed it. You was looking at it through a spreadsheet lens, just like, you looking at it just that one dimensional. Okay, well, I see this, and I feel sorry for them, and I want to help them as much as I can, until that demon came out on you. Here we also have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, so source is saying you worked really, really hard to get to your throne of. That's why somebody's from now on was going to feel like, okay, I thought people were being cutthroat with them. I thought people just cut them off. Like, I felt bad. Like, oh, dang, they just cutthroat. They just cut people off like that, right? But a person who's on their throne already sees ahead of time. Like, okay, I already see what's coming up the road. I already see what's trying to come into my house, my spiritual house. Page of Swords, your anxiety will be going away very soon. Very, very soon. Yeah, I saw a lot of fire in your cards. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and your minor arcana. So that's like kind of what's going on right now. But just the overarching thing, somebody is starting to recognize that spirit and some other energies too. That's their time. Their time is limited in your universe too. They need to start gathering their they need to start gathering their things, because they're gonna be shown the door real soon, whether they know it or not. I'm telling you, karmic relationships are coming. They coming apart at the seams. Here we have the Ten of Pentacles. That's right. We have the Star card. We also have the Eight of Cups. We also have the Fool card. We have the Hierophant card, and also the Three of Cups. Mm-hmm. Yep. So somebody's in hermit mode right now. You know, focusing on your how you inspire and motivate other people, you know, to find the light within themselves, right? You're focusing on that right now, tossing some fire into a flame. So somebody may have the depth of emotions when it comes to some kind of fire energy, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But somebody is starting to understand why people pull out their sword and cut people out of their life. It's not even that some people cut people out of their life, is that people gave them the scissors to say, okay, let me cut myself out of people's lives, right? So, Eight of Cups here. We have the Three of Cups here. So somebody is in a posture of gratitude. You decided to move on from some things. You feel free. You feel more versatile to kind of sort of move around a little bit. You're getting a lot of messages. You download. You're just leaving circus behavior behind, circus activity behind, because those energies will they will try to they wear you out. Just their whole belief systems, the way that they think, their structures, their belief systems about like their religious belief systems. They still are stuck in this. Men supposed to do this, women are supposed to do this, you're not supposed to believe in this, you're not supposed to believe in that. There's no wiggle room for any kind of growth. They just literally like they stuck in a time machine, like somebody programmed them in their back, and they just cannot, they can't. For them, that total solar eclipse, for them, like I said, all hell broke loose, you know, just because just that mindset that they stuck in. So like I said before, prayer, I've been telling you, prayers work. Prayer changes things. So you're focusing on who you're building a legacy with right now. Somebody's thinking about who they're going to be building a legacy with and what that legacy looks like, you know, for you. But a lot of time people think these movies are fake. They're like, oh, that's fake. You know, you like remember back in the day the movie Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger and how they had the machines in the airport, and now here we are, right? So, yeah, so that's where I see your breakthrough is coming in. I see your breakthrough is coming in at the fact that you're asking, what is the motive? Like, what is, why? Because at first you do want to kind of investigate, why do people cut people off so fast? Like, how do they know? Like, how do they know? Because they're at the top of their element. When they're on their throne, like air signs, if you see it on the top of their element, or you're on the top of your element, king, queen of, since your earth sign, of pentacles, or fire energies, king, queen of wands, or air, king, queen. Some people you think are cutthroat, they can already see it. They can already see it. They just like, I tried. I really tried. My head and heart used to be conflicted with certain things, but nah, I'm good, right? And catch a person that's on the throne in every element of their lives. No, nope. So, and they don't care who it is, blood relative or not. They like, I'm not putting up with that nonsense. Ten of Pentacles here. Right, so you and somebody are focusing on building legacies, whether you're focusing on building legacies together or focusing on building legacies apart. But that's who you're aligning yourself with, people who are focusing on bettering themselves for their families and their community and the world at large, communities at large in the world, excuse me. But those are the energies that you're connecting with. But all that other mess, here we have the Ace of Pentacles. These type of energies, like I said before, as far as family is concerned, for somebody, they just want your time. They just want to steal your time. They just want to steal your time. And the Five of Wands came out again in this reading. I feel like some energies want to reach out to you, but it's a wrap. You done with that. You just like, listen, they should have never let you go back in your hermit crab shell. You already closed out the cycle. Six of Swords. Yep, you've already closed it out. So, like I said, there's two types of energy. Source has been saying move on from. That ship has already sailed. You've already moved on. Tower card. Some energies are having an awakening that you've already moved on. And good for you. I mean, for real, good for you, because they really would have threatened to pull your star out of the sky. You know, because there's some energies that fight so much. Let me see how I can say this. So Mars is the energy planet, right? It's the planet of action and assertion, but it's also the planet of that fighting spirit, right? Some people work so hard to fight against other people instead of working with people, knowing that there's more than one star shining in the sky. They've worked so hard to fight against people. They don't even realize that they also have purpose on this planet too. Everybody has a purpose. Everything on this planet has a purpose, but they rather fight people. So You're like, I'm getting as far away from them as possible. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye. And we're talking about family members, blood, like whatever, whoever you grew up with, family, that kind of stuff. So, yeah. But there, like I said, you're divinely protected. You don't have anything to worry about. Just continue moving forward, and keeping your vibrations high. That's all I can say. Keep your vibrations high because, yeah. So many downloads are coming to me about just the energy in general, but I feel like, focusing on your legacy and who you're building a legacy with, you're definitely aligning yourself with other stars. We are not talking about celebrities, okay? So that's an earthly title. Everybody has purpose. We're talking about you're aligning yourself with other people who are out here doing their thing, trying to make the world a better place. Even if people disagree with them and how they do it, those are the energies you're trying to align yourself with. Not those energies who's sitting around hating on other people and spreading a bunch of rumors and gossip and lies and so I don't even feel like where you are right now you would even be embarrassed by it because again everybody's family had the same. I mean, for real, everybody's family have those types of energies in it. There you are, sitting on your throne, adjusting your crown, staying as far away from certain energies as possible. Page of Pentacles coming through for you and somebody. This is more creative ideas and just going to put more money in your pocket. Not that that's your goal, but it's going to put more money in your pocket because your gifts are actually making room for you and because you're operating in purpose, for source. Yeah, you're definitely moving on from just this way of thinking. I got to be family over everything, and I just got to stay connected, and I got to be the person that stay connected to other people's chaos and confusion. Here we also have the Knight of Pentacles, and again, Knight of Pentacles came out twice, so did the Page of Pentacles come out twice. It's like you and somebody are very hard-working energies. You're working on your legacy. They're working on their legacy, like I said before. And it's almost like, okay, if you're with that person, and this is how God is going to align you with people. If you're physically with that person, dating them, married to them, or whatever, your focus is tightened now. And it's like, okay, it's us. We got a goal in mind, and we're moving forward, right? We're not playing around your side of the family, my side of the family, or whatever. But even if you're not with the energy, God is going to align you with other people who are operating in their light. And you'll see that they're not after your money. They're not trying to steal your time or whatever. Even if source parts you from somebody and you say, okay, that's just not my thing, and they say that's not my thing, they'll move on. You don't have to worry about any negative stuff said about you because people are we talk about crown activity, meaning that people are helping people to adjust their crown. It's a big difference when you leave certain people behind and they run rumors about everybody, just a smear campaign versus a person who will help you to adjust your crown. They don't have anything positive to say about you. They don't have anything at all to say. Just like, okay, I wish them the best and keep it moving forward. So that's what Source is trying to align you with, those types of energies. So a lot of karmic relationships and families are going to be broken, and it's going to feel like, on one hand, for somebody, I feel like it's going to feel like, okay, I'm glad God did it because I didn't even have the strength to do it. I didn't even know what the exodus strategy was. And for some people, they may feel like, I don't know. I mean, the tower falls one way or the other. Here we have the Star card, right? So that's what you're moving on from. You're moving on from energies that you feel like are trying to dim, who have tried to try the energy, because I'm looking at all of these money cards. As time is money. You spent an enormous amount of time with the energies, and they've been trying to dim your light. Like they almost don't want you to shine before they shine. You're done with those types of energies. Completely done. And here we have the Knight. Here we have the Knight of Wands, right? So I definitely see in a meditative state, somebody's definitely trying to get away, from certain energies. Here we also have the Six of Cups here. So I see your wishes actually being fulfilled, but you're going to have to move on from certain types of energies you spent an enormous amount of time around, just getting stuck in this toxic masculinity way of thinking, right? Just getting stuck in that. It's my way or the highway, and And if people don't, bow down to me, I'm gonna make them pay, and all of this. So it could be a man or a woman that has that kind of toxic masculinity kind of energy, right? It could have been controlled by, just a toxic somebody, masculine energy in their lives. But bottom line is, I see you moving forward. Kudos and congratulations to you. Let me see what else we got going on here. Make sure I got all the cards. Yeah. So yeah, something is over. Here we have, you're gonna keep on moving forward. Your enemy's playing backfire. They were definitely trying to mess up your money. Mainly like take your time, steal your time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what Source is saying. So it's time for you to dream even bigger because some energies was trying to keep you boxed in. Prepare for an increase in pay. Love up on yourselves more. That's right. Somebody apologizes for hurting you. Okay. So Source wants you to relax. Yep, somebody's a sex demon. Like I said, I mean, somebody, and not that they would admit to it, because like I said in the previous reading, even if you call the demon out by name, they will probably growl at you. And I'm not even trying to be funny when I say this because they're not ready to admit that they've been a host for so much in their lives. We're not even talking about somebody who slept around. You could be a person that slept with one person if somebody will call you a garden tool. So, or you could be a person who slept with somebody and they may say, oh, that's another notch in your belt. We're talking about somebody who whenever they feel anxiety, they don't care if they sleep with somebody's husband, somebody's wife. It's like they feed on that type of energy and they know how to find those types of energies. So Source is saying, yeah, some energies apologize for hurting you because they're having a tower moment right now, but that's why they're apologizing, because they're having a tower moment. Things are not working well because after a while, you feel like, okay, their body is running down. Like, a demon will wear you out. So even if it's a food or alcohol or whatever, somehow it's going to show on this vehicle that God gave us as a gift called the body. Somehow it's going to show in that way. So they can't have enough sex with enough people. They sleeping with men, women, and they will try anything, like just whatever. And so Source is saying, we're not talking about something that you may have heard about somebody that could be involved in sacred sexual practices or eating food in moderation or drinking in moderation. Nothing with them is in moderation. It's everything has to be taken to the max because they're looking for some feel like this. It's like a bottomless pit of demons that they're trying to feed. So they can't eat enough. They can't have enough sex. They can't drink enough. They can't fight enough. They can't cuss people out enough. It's just they can't stop themselves, right? But Source, they're going through something right now. So I feel like somebody is somewhere right now crying, just saying, God, please help me. Because they tried talking about you. They tried doing all kinds of stuff, Virgo, and it just wasn't working because it just, every time they try to come up against you and throw stuff, they kept trying to throw stuff that they thought was going to stick. It kept, with the same force, Virgo, that they were throwing it at you, is bam, it was hitting them right in their head. Just like they got headaches. Just all kinds of stuff, body aches, everything. And they like, oh yeah, it was a solar eclipse. And the total solar eclipse had me all messed up. I had a headache and my body was aching and stuff. No, Source is trying to shake them demons out of them. Like trying to shake, like grab them by the shoulders and say, come on now, get yourself together. You can cry out to me. Why you keep giving into your demons? And so they had no choice but to apologize. They had no choice. It's like for them, they just like, oh my God, I'm coming to myself. Y'all know the song, and this singer, she is so gifted. Oh my God, her voice is so powerful and so very anointed. Um, there's a song by Helen Baylor. It's called Helen's Testimony. And and in the song she was just talking about she was kind of like giving her testimony of just like how God had blessed her and all of these things, and just kind of sort of like how she was um there's like one part of the song was like she was saying, one night as I was getting loaded, I began to pass out. Then my head hit the wall. Then she went pow, right? Then she said, then she began to slide down the wall as she began to come to. All her bodily fluids were doing their own thing and she was dying. But she said she had a praying grandmother who knew enough to call on the name of Jesus. And just she said it wasn't a couple of days later after that she was watching a Christian television show, and a grandmother, saying, lying on her face, during the time that she had been fasting for 2 weeks, just calling on the name of Jesus, saying, save my granddaughter, Jesus. That's what she was saying, like in the song, because she was saying that it was as if God was saying that's enough, that he rebuked the devil long enough to make me like this intelligent decision to just like pull you back. That's why, and that's I don't know if you all have heard the song or heard of the song before, but that's what's going on here. It's like there's nothing you can do to save an energy who has completely said F it. Like for real. Like, you know what? I'm gonna just be a host for every demon out here. And as sad as it is, you could have tried to done interventions. You could have told them, I love you. I don't want to see you that way anymore. I wish different for you. I've been praying for you. They were almost, like I said before, those demons just people don't believe it until they see it up close. But that's why I said prayer changes things. People don't believe it. People think of people being religious and all this other stuff, but prayer changes things. Prayer to God, Most High God. That's how you're going to help somebody. Pray for them. Because they've already had enough people to pray on them. You be the person, because you can't save them. Don't develop a God complex. I got to be the only person that's staying connected to them because I need, I need something to do. No, pray for them, for real. In all seriousness, pray for them. You're a very powerful prayer warrior. Pray for them. God, please help them. Delusion. So intention without surrender can be a fast path to delusion. Yeah. They've already had enough people to prey on them and tell them they were demonic, that they were evil, that they would never be anything, that, to the point where they believe that. They don't believe it's another way, right? We're not talking about somebody that you just met. We're talking about somebody in your family. That's what sources try to tell you. Is like if somebody in your family, they feel like they are just at the end of their rope and they need some people to be fasting and praying on their behalf. Not talking about them behind their back. No, none of that. They need some prayer. They need a prayer circle. Start with yourself. You, God, the Holy Spirit, and everybody. Like for real. Like y'all need to be together in a prayer closet together. You, God, the Holy Spirit, Jesus, whoever you pray. Source is saying to you, this is the time. It's time. Because otherwise you'll think, okay, I need to pray for my ex because my ex did me so dirty and wrong. Sources say, no, I need you to pray for your family. I need you to pray for your family. Be obedient to source. Yep, I see somebody getting married. Because you're not bringing a new person into that chaos and confusion. And you're certainly not going to allow somebody to bring into their family chaos and confusion. You know what I'm saying? Like, after you've been worn out praying for loved ones and saying, okay, we got to fix this. We have got to fix this. And so I'm keep telling you, God has chosen you. Here we had 2 of Wands. What you going to do? God chose you, prayer warrior. God said, look, you're going to fight for something. You ain't fighting nobody anymore. You are praying for them. Yep, so 5. Yeah, 8, 9. Yeah, so... Yep, so it's just saying get away from them treacherous people who like to sit around and gossip about everybody else on the outside of themselves, and focus on your family, because it's something you prayed for. You asked God, somebody asked God for maybe love in their lives. Hold on. Yeah, you have some wishes that God is trying to fulfill in your life. So it's some people that need some help. It's some people that really, really need some help in your own family. Don't worry about everybody else on the outside. We talking about people in your family. Steer clear, but pray for them. They don't even know. Just like I said in that song, she was like, she didn't even know her grandmother had been praying for her. So, but yeah, let's see what else we got going on here, because demons is running rampant. Here we have affirmations for patience. I am here in this present moment. I have all that I need. I lack nothing. Time is relative. Right now is all that matters. I wait with excitement. All good things come in due time. All is working for my highest good. I feel like somebody could be in an abusive relationship. I'm not talking about you, Virgos. I feel like somebody could be in an abusive relationship and they looking for somebody to come into their lives and add some kind of structure into their lives because they just feel like that they have been abused by that person as well. It's just whew. All right, let me close this out. Let me close this out, but yeah, when you're looking at it from a lower frequency and you just like, oh my God, this person cussed me out. They went off on me. They tried to set me up, spread all kinds of rumors. These are family members now. Spread all kinds of rumors and did X, Y, and Z. And you start seeing other people just like cut them out. It's like, you know what, that's it. Those people that cut them off are also praying for them too. So whether you physically are aligned with them or not, they're also praying for them that okay, that they're protected, like that they'll be out of their misery. They're not wishing that when you see the death cards, you may think okay, a physical death, because when people are miserable, they sometimes they think that would be better than this life. Like there has to be something else better than this life, right? But what you're praying for is a rebirth, right? That they will cry out to God and give their lives to God. Like, God, I'm a servant for you, Most High God, right? That's what somebody's praying for. Because I think it would hurt you to say, oh my God, they really, what's the thing that people say online? I've seen people say they lost the war with it, the battle with their demons, or something. I heard people say on social media one time. But you're praying for their rebirth, like that God takes them out of their misery, because some of them have people praying on, like hoping that they would die, so that they, like physical death, that they would get some kind of inheritance from them, that they can take. So looking at like money, like okay, if I can just get my greedy little hands on some money and take some stuff from them. So it's just saying, I'm telling you, you were the one appointed, Virgo, to help them through your prayers. And I'm talking to you, if you have Virgo anywhere in your birth chart, you thought you was coming to this reading to see if your boyfriend was coming back or your girlfriend was coming back. This is somebody's family is in dire need of your prayers. Like you all are, Virgos and Geminis are excellent communicators. You're ruled by the communication planet, right? So being ruled by that, you know exactly what to pray for. Even if you don't talk to other certain family members, source is saying to you, you go into prayer. You may have joined a church. You may have joined some others, because I'm looking at this right here, some kind of organization where you standing in agreement. They don't need to know everything. People, as a matter of fact, don't tell them. If you're going to pray, just stand in agreement with my prayer. Just to pray, right? Because you don't need to let them, well, they've been going through this and they've been going through that. They've already had enough people do all of that. They've already had enough people to tell all their business, to gossip about them, and, oh, wait, they did this to me, and I mean, I'm just trying to take the high road. All of that out the window. Just get a prayer group of people together and say, listen, I can't tell you what's going on. I just need you to stay in touch and agree. Pray for my loved ones right now. They really going through some things right now, and that's it. Because you can almost guarantee you somebody's going to come and go, I mean, do you want to tell me a little bit more? No, Susie and John, I don't need to tell you no more. I just need you to pray. Do you want to join the prayer? Okay, okay. Yeah, because it's an honor and privilege to ask people to pray for you and to pray with you. So it's saying somebody is really going through it right now. I am balanced. 222. Trust that the seeds of your thoughts are growing as you're nourishing them with words, feelings, and actions. Yep. Because Source is trying to align you with other stars, other people who see your light. They're trying to, and building legacies with them, right? Not just in a romantic sense. This is like businesses coming together to just do better for communities and, and the world at large. But there's some immediate prayer needed right now. Some immediate prayers that's needed, because some people are going down, and they're literally praying. I mean, like if somebody has some loved ones that's literally praying, I wish my life was just different. I don't know how all hell is breaking loose in my life. So that's what I have for you all. I will see you all. I think I have everything. Yeah, I got everything. Um, but you get to safety. Just get as far away from that energy as possible so that your prayers are not contaminated by gossip. If that makes any sense to somebody. I will see you all in the next reading. Bye.